What do we got today? We got ourselves Team Kreiser. Gonna be taking on his team with Dalwea with Purple Haze, Team Fox, and Yaks versus Team Red with Instababe. Is that Instagram? But Instababe. We also got Yazorn. Yeah, stupid game. We got Torre, my man, and we got Yodro. Looks like Instababe is going to be up first, getting out there. Interesting Magiga going on, and it's going to get in there up close and personal with Kreiser. It's actually going to get that interrupt on the Shadow in the opener. Gotta be Pet CC as Kreiser is going to go for a setup. Looks like Kreiser is going to go for massive cooldowns off the bat, massive Shadow Fury to follow with a Cataclysm onto Instababe. Massive damage already, dropping him down almost to 50% health in a single opener. Instababe is going to have to go for a retreat. Does roll the trinket from COS. Actually, he does roll the spear trinket. It's actually popping quite often for a melee. It does silence him, which does kind of stop him on some casts, but melee, apparently for PvP, have been getting the COS trinket to do damage, and apparently he does quite a bit. Look how often it procs on him. He actually got a proc 3 times with barely any damage that he's able to output, and Kreiser is trying to see if he can get an angle, does get interrupted onto Shadow, trying to see if he can maybe get himself a bit of a reset, does go for a Shadow setup again onto Insta. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's going to be Metamorphosis for Instababe as he's trying to dodge any kind of CC out of Kreiser. Kreiser still has Infernal up and running. Infernal is still waiting to do some big damage. Infernal does collapse, and that's going to be Instababe back up with full health, bailing out for a second, but gets back in, sees Kreiser with a wall, knows they want to engage ASAP as soon as that wall is going to be gone. Another I-beam to follow. Kreiser finally does get some chain CC onto Insta, but he's actually going to have to go for a whole another Succubus. Still plenty of time to land himself a Chaos Ball 2 with a Succubus CC in midair with a stun Cataclysm again. Maybe a Conflict to follow. Maledict onto Instababe right now. Does get a dodge or tries to dodge it out. That's getting more of that, what is it, spear? Oblivion Spear? Oblivion Spear trinket proccing for him back to back. Doing quite a bit of damage to Kreiser actually. Into an instant interrupt on that fear. Casbolt to come out. Does get hit by that Casbolt regardless. Second Casbolt to follow. Does land the big eye beam. This is where Kreiser needs to do something to deal with Instababe. He's going to get another fear rolling onto the DH to separate these two. The big leech coming out for Instababe during Metamorphosis is huge. Dropping him down in another Chaos Bolt with a Cataclysm combo into a Horror Effect. Just try to keep the Demon Hunter at bay. He's going to go for that Warlock port to follow with a Pet CC at a distance. Kreiser again is just trying to min-max the value of the damage he can do from far away. And Instababe looking to get into that Metamorphosis immediately. That's a lot of damage coming out to Kreiser right now. It's going to burn even more damage to Kreiser. Fear is going to get interrupted back to back, whether it's with an interrupt, whether it is with a short stun, whether it is with an incap. And Kreiser still has a lot of cooldowns available for himself. Has big Dark Stone's ability ready. Interrupted onto Casbolt. Actual locked out of every ability that he can cast. Ryan on fumes right now with Satan Chicken. Brocking out. This way Instababe is going to dispel that Satan Chicken immediately. Kreiser is actually running on fumes right now. Instababe is going to bail out for a second before Kreiser can get any kind of line of sight. Getting it back in there with that I-beam into another Horror Effect Fear for Kreiser is going to be able to at least get some range from Insta. But look at Kreiser's health. Look at Instababe's health. He's actually just decimating through Kreiser. Another stun to follow to see if the big setup does take away more buffs from Kreiser back to back. And Kreiser, is he going to have a pour back up by then? He does have Reflect, so you could actually try to see if you can reflect a Maledict or reflect an interrupt from Insta. And this is actually going to max range Kreiser for a bit. He's actually going to back out for a bit, get his resources. What is he doing? Is he just looking at his own team? He's like, what's up, boys? How you doing? I'm feeling healthy. AJ, my man. What? Hello? AJ, re-sponsored? Oh my goodness. What the what? Yo, can we get a hashtag AJ in chat? Showing appreciation. AJ, refreshing his sub to the stream. Appreciate you, my guy. Gotta be a Horror Effect to fear onto Instababe. Scans are coming out. Instababe actually has plenty of health. And Kreiser's out of options, dropping down the Infernal. This is his time to shine. He needs to make display happen. Stun coming in by Instababe into a Blade Dancer follow. Does himself massive amount of shields. Interrupt coming in onto Kreiser. Still gets some Scans back out, but they get shredded with that I-beam back to back. Absolutely incredible. Instababe just shredded through Kreiser in the most like Demon Hunter style ever. And next up is going to be TM Foz. TM Fox. Stun coming out. He's just trying to keep the demon, the monk away. Gonna do a drive-by with the demon blades. And it's gonna get disarmed, bailing out. Gonna go flying up in the air. And TM needs to get some line aside. It's gonna take a couple fell lances back to back with the procs coming in from Insta. Not only do you take fell blades, but also the procs from the Nimbus pans to the Oblivion Spear into an I-beam as TM is trying to get himself some heals going. Fox, you're gonna eat that Maledict, actually sending out the Maledict at Insta instead, and Insta is just gonna bail out for a second with a touch of death, just completely exited out of the situation. Just said nope, waiting for another I-beam once he gets a chance into a stun onto Fox right now. Fox is gonna have to eat the damage. Back-to-back stuns are coming out, and Insta is looking for another I-beam ready. Fox is looking to maybe get some kind of a kill lineup. Maybe does he have kill potential? Fist of Fury coming out, does drop down. Say it's a babe in place for a bit. Oh my goodness, that was a massive zap onto Fox right now. Massive zap. And Fox is going to get a lot of healing back very, very quickly. Does get a stun onto Insta. It's going to trick it out of it immediately. That's going to be a disarm. Dust of I-beam, dust of stuns. He has plenty of abilities he can use without weapons. Fox is just at such low health. Try to see if he can force out a Karma. Insta Baby just trying to see if he can force whatever he can. Mr. Fury does lock him out in place. He's going to go flying up in the air, and Fox needs to get a line of sight. Is he going to be able to play with his spell lances? I don't think you're going to win this competition. You actually are not going to win that. And down it goes as Mr. Babe eliminated another one. Sees the Feral of the Bad. Does get to hit him with a glaive into a Metamorphosis. Bash coming out. Not a lot he can really do in the moment. And that's going to be Dawia. I keep messing up your name. Dawia, I think it is. What is a legendary viewer? That means they became part of the sponsor, part of the member team. Member links down below if you guys want to join in. You got access to emotes. Yo, Muhammad, can you get us a good old spam of emotes here, boy? Appreciate you, my man. Gonna be I-beam for Insta Babe. Instant interrupt by Dawia. Does get a pre-wall rolling, but for Insta Babe, that's still a lot of leech. Does get himself a little bit of those thorns. Not a lot that he can really do to dispel it. Try to go for a dispel the wrong buff. And just had to bail out for just a second, keep it Dawia in place. But you know what? He's like, you know what? I have cooldowns. I can get back in there. I can do that more of that hit and run play style. And he's getting back in. Gonna fly up in the area now. Win. Needs to get massive heals right now. And line of sight. Needs to get that LOS. No, actually goes for a re-stealth. So he can land an opener onto Insta Babe. Does try to go for an opener, but I think it was still technically mid-air, so it was DR'd. Or just sound just didn't even go through. I-beam onto Insta Babe right now. Or can you get sound while mid-air? Maybe it was fully DR'd. I think it was not DR'd. Because he just bashed him right now. This baby is going to continue to chase it after Dawia. It's going to go for the big Metamorphosis. This is going to be the big setup. Trying to chase after him like a bat out of the sky. Does land a stun into Dawia. Does he go for another stun right now? Into a Blade Dance. Needs to interrupt. Oh, he does remove the thorns immediately. It's the babe. He's just healing so much. Another I-beam from a distance while Metamorphosis is up and running into another Blade Dance. Dawia losing out on health very quickly. No more defenses left. Does get a short stun into Insta Babe. And that's going to be in prison for a second while he is rooted in place. Is going to get resources rolling. Needs to get Dawia. Does throw a glaive, and that is a nice proc from the Nimbus pants. That's a nice easy 20k zap, and that's gonna be down. He goes for the count, and Yaks is up next. What is Yaks gonna do with this one? That's a full Demon Hunter with full PvE gear, full setup, full lots of leech. Hasn't taken that much damage so far into these duels, and Yaks is just trying to get some damage auction. No, CC instead. I guess we wanted to see him doing damage until his incarnation. It looked like he was trying to get a setup. It's going to be Thorns as well as a Bark Skin. Does Insta Babe get to do spelling? He does not. So you know what? He just bails out of there. He just bails out. I think he does a little bit of a laugh to Dawia. Poor guy. Ah, come on. Come on. That's very unsportsmanlike. Stun onto Yaks, actually gonna get a chicken bash onto Insta Babe. This way he goes for the big damage. Big Star Surges and just clapping him out. Solo Wrath to fall, and Insta Babe needs to get the big Metamorphosis back up and running again. That's still a lot of damage. It just keeps hitting him into a Haymaker. Actually, Yaks didn't get that Haymaker full through. There's gonna be a little bit of a disengage for Insta Babe. Does get in prison onto Yaks. Does he have a little bit of a reset? Does he go for a bit of a reset up? It looks like he's almost out of cooldowns, and Yaks still has that Metamorphosis into, no, not Metamorphosis, Incarnation into a Maledict onto Insta Babe. Does he interrupt him? And look who goes down! Oh my goodness. I find a little bit of karma in that. As soon as Insta Babe decided to laugh at somebody who is competing in these duels, I think that way is the first time we've seen him compete on these duels. It's like, ha ha ha. And it gets obliterated by a boomkin. Are you kidding me? Next up is going to be Yordle. Wonderful for big damage. Big incarnate onto Yaks off the bat. And Yaks completely out of cooldowns. Barkskin is all he had left. That's going to be instant chicken for Yordle. Doesn't have Skull Bash, but down goes Yaks as Yordle just trucked the damage into him. Purple Haze is the last man standing. Is he just going to give him a reset? I think he's going to give him an honor duel. I like the Demon Hunters in these, dude. I like these. I actually like this a lot. Gonna be a Stealing card available for Yordle right now, as Purple Haze does get Skull Bashed onto I-Beam while coming in for Yordle early, and Purple Haze just needs to find a way to deal with this. Actually just gonna go flying up in the air and just pelt Yordle from the sky, forcing him to get some line of sight. Fell Lances are getting through. Does catch a little bit of that line of sight to land a few regrows. And Purple Haze just needs to deny Yordle that reset. Does deny the opener by the Feral. Still lands a short stun onto Purple. And Yordle is going to rotate another wall right now. I'm swapping to the wrong person. As he tried to get a leap on top of Purple. Purple actually does get to dispel the thorns. Yordle getting hit with a stone right now. I-Beam to come out. It looks like Purple Haze hasn't finished off with barely any health left. With enough procs happening for Purple. Plenty of health. Sells the trinket. Actually won't have a trinket for quite a while. Does he know that it's going to be Jazor next? Oh, it's going to be Stupid Game instead. Stupid Game off of Ysera. What are you doing? Is he rezzing the DH? I guess he is, huh? I guess he is a res him. It looked like Purple Haze was behind. Does get imprisoned with a Stupid Game. Not completely out of the game yet. There's going to be a stun, and Purple Haze, the thing does go down, and he does go down. Yeah, I kind of clocked out. I thought, like, wow, Stupid Game, like, the way he's moving. Shit. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. Got to add me, Dala, Azina. Okay, let me add you real quick. Let me add you. I did add you. I plugged you in.